Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, it's been a couple of days since I've uploaded. I'm hoping to upload today something, but anyway, we can try something right now. Whew. We've had Easter, and although I recorded, but my sibling and his wife are quite private, so I will not be posting that. I will just leave that for myself, I guess. I'll just leave that alone. I didn't even vlog that much because I'm motivated. I just wanted to be intentional in the time that I had with them. But yeah, I had my niece over. Oh my goodness, handful. But she was so chilled. I didn't worry about it, but it was just that in the timing and the season that I was in, could have liked to do more things with her, but it's quite cold and so forth. So that's that. I guess that's life. Welcome to the world of our beautiful weather. So I thought I had a few things I had to write down of the titles I want to talk about today. Okay, I'm just gonna get it off the park. So I'm gonna first thing on this particular video, I'm gonna do two videos, hopefully back to back, and hopefully they're not that long. They're long enough, but not that long. Whew, wish me luck, guys. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about marriage, fears, ageism, desperateness, and what it is to me, at least, and understanding what I feel and how I think I'm getting on. Because I'm not done yet with life. I'm not signing out anytime soon, but yeah, and allow you guys to talk about it openly, because I think sometimes we let other pressures of people get to us that we don't allow ourselves to form our own path, as we usually get back to the path we've always known. But is it best for us? As some of our ideals are based on a world we didn't live in, and fear and constructs, and some of the constructs are created. Yes, they allow the world to function to the way it is now. However, it's through change it is the way it is now, and no one evolution is better than the other. An evolution is an evolution. We have to adjust accordingly. Okay, so I'm going to start from the top. I personally don't have fears about getting married, but I'm concerned about getting married to the wrong person. This is all based on knowing that if I panic and say, okay, this is it, my time is running out, and I sign this journey with the wrong person, ideally the ideal person I want to align with is someone who has the core values of family. And no, I don't want a religious person or of any faith. They can believe in a supreme being, however, not bound by any particular faith. Ideally, it's I know. But then again, I'm going to tell you right now, the person I'm looking for is not the person that's for everybody. He's for me. He just has to be one. I don't need 500, an option, I just need one person who is just like that. So being intentional. So I was watching a podcast by the first president of the previous first lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama. She was talking to Tracy Rose. Tracy Rose. I don't know how you say that word, but speech impediment and all. She was talking there, the kind of conversation, and she was speaking on a place. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I agreed with and what I was concerned about in this conversation, and that brought me to where I am. And I'm going to focus on the actual conversation probably in a later video or another time. Okay, so this synopsis is that she said she grieved not having children, and she as if it's something that she couldn't have done, and so forth, like she lost something. The universe is ours. This is my opinion. The universe is mine. The universe is yours. And you didn't asked to be here, but you are. The universe has given you an exception to be here. There are some people who don't make it, whether it's through miscarriages or being removed from their mother's anatomy on purpose, and sometimes being removed by someone with these women not voluntarily removing these humans from outside of them. Whatever. But somehow, in this strange world we live in, you made it to be here today. And in that you did not participate to being here. You did not vote yourself to be here. You didn't even choose the shell that you came in to be here. You didn't choose the body. You didn't choose the race. You chose nothing. You just appeared. And for some of us, you're not disabled. And for some of us, you are. Nothing of here so far has been any of your choices. Your parents manifested that they wanted to be parents and they wanted a child. Sometimes it's the partner that just wants a child. But however, someone wanted you to be here. They were not sure who you're going to be, but it was so strong that allowed you to have life today. That's a beautiful thing. That's one thing that you should focus on, saying that you have a purpose. And I remember, if you read the story, we like talking about Teslas and them seeing them driving around and all over the planet. Do you know the manifestation of this man? He never see it happen, but we have seen the electric car moving. Excuse me. And that's through Elon Musk. He's made someone's vision come to life, tweaks here and there, perfected what it was wrong. It was before its time. The same thing with the iPhones. Even the iPhone maker, the iPhone historical, the blogs that talk about this, they say the technology that we're having now was done 20 years ago. But they had to build up the trend so that we can cope with the transition of the evolution of this. So just like right now, people have said, people have cloned people. If we cloned a sheep in the 90s, what makes you think they haven't cloned humans? So the idea that we are here outside of our choice, we are here and we're experiencing life in the way we didn't. We have grandparents who went through the wars, who fought for the United Kingdom, who fought for freedom, who fought for us to have the civilized world that we have, that we call home right now. And some of us have not experienced war to that level where we are destabilized in our own countries, and yet some have. And yet they're being born in those environments, yet being born and living in those environments and surviving those environments and forming within those environments. All I'm saying, the world is our oyster. She didn't need to talk about grief of loss. How can you lose something you never had? You can't grieve something you never had. Like, I can't be out here at a funeral for someone who wasn't here. I am not a mother and I am not a wife. Therefore, I cannot grieve something I've not had. So I do not fear where I'm going. And I do not resent not having children. But what I do, my construct of having children, they have to be in a certain core. And alongside that, I probably going to need nannies, 100%. Because I'm definitely having my children older. Because I'm 37 now. And for that reason, I'm not scared at all. I am not flinching. Nothing is bothering me. But what we are not doing is being a parent, and when I can't be the best version as that I can be. There's people who professionally raise kids. They're good at that. And alongside that, at the right time, the children would know that these are being paid to be here. Paid help. Because that's what they are. I am your mother. I'm facilitating the help because I can't give you that, but you can get it. You want a support system to watch your football. Yes, I can't see you every day, but I can see it every other day to see how well you're getting on. And now we've got technology, I can see it. And I expect my children, even after, not to cling to me, for them to go and find themselves in the world that is so vast and limitless. We limit ourselves. We construct ourselves to be anything less. So even now, I'm just going to go off tangent. You'll realize I do that quite a lot. With the tariffs for China and the reaction of the Chinese business people and mentions. Because this is not politician. The politician didn't say that. But these are mentions of business people who they were trying to be the ones who are going to be affected by these tariffs, right? First and foremost, we outsourced those industries. We outsourced that work because we didn't want to pay people the wage that they deserve. Let's be honest. I'm talking from the United Kingdom. I'm talking as a British, and I'm talking from here in the United Kingdom. We outsourced that work because we didn't want to pay people like yourself and people who are in the United Kingdom who are domestic workers. We didn't want to pay you your wage. And because we didn't want to pay you your wage, we then created a benefit system that benefits you for not having a job. And it's still going to earn us, it's still more, it's still less than what we would have paid you. So we pay you less than that minimum wage for you to stay at home whilst we make businesses work, because this is the reality of it. Even if I was to participate in this, honestly, which I probably will, because my vision is big, I will be meeting my best interest and being the interest of my business and my company, and I will feel no way about it. I'll be candid and tell you, I'm only doing things that meet my needs, that will affect me, and in long term, I'll push agendas that I know will benefit me long term, because I'm trying to be comfortable. So the more people that think like that, the better. So we're here. So China now, dimensions, talk about that. Then they realize, then they woke up. It's a waking up where you say, oh, you think things made in China are less than. And then you say, hold on. So are you saying that we are less than? So you're saying the quality is from where? Hold on. Let me bring you down to earth. Let me bring you to the real world. Because that's exactly how they actually said this. Let me take you to the real world. These are made here. Those quality products that you're claiming to have, they were made here in China. So yes, made in China is that Birkin bag. Yes, made in China is that Dior. Yes. Yes, made in China is that Louis. And no, they don't have those industries in Europe. Were you ready for that? They woke us right up. But that's in them waking up. We need to wake up in our little worlds, in that we've got constructs and fear that are built on fear. But when we respect ourselves, you respect others. The current president of the United States of America doesn't even respect himself, therefore doesn't respect others. So that's the problem. It's good that he's a strategist and he's a businessman. He's trying to get America out of debt. I understand that. America is a lot of debt. We don't want to talk about it, but it does. It's sinking deep, in bigger debt than any African countries. They use the African countries to pay their debt or to write off their debts, but Africa technically does not have debt with anyone. Technically, the debt it occurs is using the currency that it trades in, which is the US currency. They charge you to use the currency, but otherwise Africa is not in debt. If it chooses, like, no, we're not using that as a trading as Africa, at least for Africa, so you use our trading, so you figure out how to get it, and then you use this. That's what Ken Gaddafi wanted to do, and that's why he's not with us anymore, because he told his plan to the world, and then people who did not think that benefited them, rightfully so, had to remove him from the game. That's it. So I'm talking about marriage. All these things are all examples which have not related to marriage, but there's something to relate it to how you perceive yourself. If you perceive yourself as a failure, you will fail. If you perceive yourself as successful, you are successful. If you perceive yourself as respectful or respected, you are respected. I'm going to ask you to see the best in yourself at all times, despite what you see around you. See the best in you. No one else is going to say, oh, I see the best in you. They rarely do. They rarely do. And even when you think that they should, they don't. They don't. I'm just saying, I have no fear. I don't hate people who are married. In fact, some of these marriages shouldn't be marriages. You resent your partner, you don't like, you are picking and tearing down your partner. You're just seeing lack. You're not seeing them for who they are. Love does not have conditions. Have you ever had the conditions of love? Have you? Okay, let's discuss those who are Christians and those who are Muslim. Does love say, oh, if you do this, then I will love you? Love is unconditional. There is no condition on love. And all these people who are out here putting conditions on love, that if you do this, then I'll love you. If you don't do this, then you're not forfeiting love. You don't forfeit love. A true person that loves you will love you regardless. And that person starts with yourself. You need to love yourself regardless. You need to love your body regardless. You need to love everything that you're going through regardless. And then just close your eyes and focus and say, you know what? I got this. Because you do. You do got this. And that's all I can say. And no one's going to hold your hand and say, okay, yeah, now that you got this, this is... No. You're going to figure it out. And there's nothing that's impossible for you. You can do whatever you want. Number one, if you don't want harm to come to you, don't harm people. If you want people to care about you, don't. And, okay. I'm going to say this candidly. I'm just going to be candid for a second. I'm not scared of not having kids. But what I'm scared of is panicking and making the wrong decision, ending up with the wrong person, creating life with the wrong person. That's what I fear. I fear not listening to my instinct to run. Don't run and look back. The idea of the pillar of salt, that you turn into a pillar of salt because you look back, is because you've gone back to you're looking back at your previous state and thinking that's okay, that you do fail to see what could be. And personally, my vision for my marriage has become bigger because I've gone more time. And my expectation as a parent has become more refined, knowing that I've got a lot to learn and I don't want to stop learning. I don't want to deny myself in that experience. But at the same time, if that experience is not for me, I'm good. I'm happy being an auntie. And I will always enjoy being an auntie. And number one of all the things, when I first met my niece, I was like, oh, new life. And even when I see my dad's livestock and cows and sheep and goats, like it's the season of kids and the season of lamb for my father anyway, because they're all giving birth at this time. When I see new life, I just celebrate it because there's increase, and it's all in time and it's all in season. Just like there's seasons of the year, there's seasons of menstrual cycle, there's seasons of life. And how you approach each season depends how you appreciate each season. If I approach the season of winter, of misery, if I feel it like that and then I feel it in misery, I struggle in the summer. But the attitude I've decided to take on every challenge and every step of this life guess what? It's just positivity. It's just saying, okay, it is. I am going through this. And that's okay. I'm going through this. Oh, that's okay. I'm going through this. And it is. Because the season is seasoning. I cannot change the season. I just have to go through the season and just bear with it. And not resentfully, not faking it, because genuinely, your genuine feeling during that season is the feeling that displays and reflects in your life, in your outer being. I'm fascinating. I'm cool. Listen, your people are gonna be thinking, oh, and the one that lost me, you're all gonna be like, oh, I lost a good one. And I bet you're saying that now. And I'm not a dog, I don't eat vomit. I'm not a dog, I don't eat vomit. Just saying. So I'm going to say I've got a lot to learn, and I'm learning more about myself. And I think me and my brother had a kind of conversation just to showing him how different we are from, because of how we grew up and where we came from and how we were raised. We're very different from the social construct. We don't fit into your boxes that you see. You won't say, oh, Black woman. No, you can't. I experience all walks of life. Indian experiences, you find me there. So you also find my brother, you find my little sister, and we don't feel away. And then when we listening to this, and then we having Bhangra music, we are everywhere. And then we've enjoyed each environment because we've never denied ourselves an experience or identified in one sole thing. We are everyone. And in saying that, don't deny yourself this experience and what God actually has for you in just focusing on what you don't have. You have plenty. You have a good life. You have a life. See what it is that He gave you and find your craft. Do your thing and excel in it. And if you go on YouTube, there's so many successful people on YouTube, on the YouTube platform. All different walks of life. Some who are successful at tearing people down and critical analysis of people's experiences and how they're experiencing this planet. And then there's some who just like talking about the things they like to do, like cars, like trucks, like shoes, like clothes. And they're successful in their being. And not one thing is better than the other. Find your sparkle and shine. And then polish it so you can shine brighter because you like what you do. Find who you are. And don't focus on what you don't have. Marriage, no marriage. I don't envy those who are married. Do your thing. I support you. I'm happy for you. But I don't want your situation. I want my own situation. And I want my marriage that's fit to my needs. Just like even in these days, some clothes need to be altered. Yes, I might want a marriage, but I'll alter that. I'm always at the tailor shop. Yeah, I'm always getting all my clothes tailored. I've got big butty, small waist, and now a little fupa. I need my clothes altered. And they get them altered. That's what I'm on. So for that reason alone, I know for sure my marriage is going to be altered to me. So it's not going to be something that you like, and I really don't care. The only person that has to like my marriage is myself. No, you can like my man, you go right ahead, but trust me, if he's my man, he ain't gonna be worried about you. And I don't want to hide who I am. I don't want to be a person that's pretentious. That's never been me, and I don't want to be pretending for the rest of my life. I want to be authentically myself, and I don't want him to be threatened by who I am. I want him to shine in his own sparkle, occasionally come experience my little world in our little world, and then be able to be individuals that are also a unit and respectfully, respectfully flattering each other's quirkiness. Anyway, I hope this goes now. I've got work to do, which is one of my colleagues' birthday. So we're gonna go do that. That's gonna be fun. And yeah, thank you for watching. This is me just talking about marriage, and I hope you guys can comment down below, Whether you support, whether you disagree, feel free. This world is limitless. Your opinion is one of many, and feel free to chat respectfully on there and yeah, on the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening, day, wherever you are.